Welcome back to CK Midwest Models. Let's put a little ground on this diorama. What we're going to do first is make some sculptor mold, and this is kind of a powdery substance. We add some water to it and we mix it up by hand until it gets to like a cookie dough texture, and then we're going to throw it on the diorama and make the riverbed first, and we're just going to smooth it all out. We'll smooth it out more with the water, with a brush and water, and then we'll make up a little bit more and we'll do the shoreline. You can see I got the rocks all there ready to put it up against the shoreline. That'll show up underneath the water. Just fill in all the gaps that you already cut all the foam for, and here's where your plan starts getting together right now. So to smooth it out a little bit more, we're going to take a brush, a broad brush, and make it wet, and then just kind of smooth it all out. It'll all kind of flow in together, and then we let it dry. It's going to take about it probably takes around 3-4 days to really dry, depending on thickness. Now we're going to place the rocks in there and squeeze them in there, kind of push them in there a little bit, and we're also going to use a brush again to kind of move all the sculptor mold in between the rocks, hide the cracks and in between the edges, and make it all nice and smooth. It can be rough. Naming of landscape is not all smooth. So then we got a couple rocks in the bottom of the river. And then we're going to mix a whole bunch more, and we're going to go to the other side of the road, which is where a lot of the sculptor mold is going to be used. We do the same thing on this side. We just kind of lay it all out, spread it out. We're going to do. I'm doing this in sections because it does dry very fast, and you want to work real fast with it. Not as fast as I'm showing here because I got it sped up, but we just smooth it all out and keep adding and adding, mixing and adding, until we get our final result we want. There's no edge here, no shoreline here, so it's all basically just ground. We're going to position our trees so we know where they sit, make a little imprint there. We'll fill that in and make it look part of the landscape or part of the ground once everything dries, as far as the trees, and get the branches all covered, or the roots all covered. And then we're going to start with the back. I got all the rocks ready for the back, and we're going to start covering all that stacked foam that we put on a long time ago. So we're going to put the rocks up against it here again, fill the top. The top's going to be mostly ground, grasses, and here again we just brush it smooth. We brush it because that's smooth, but it's so there's no points sticking up, and it all just kind of looks like a ground texture. We're going to work ourselves all the way around, all the way to the front, and put our face rock in there too. It's very easy to work with, but it does dry pretty fast, so I'm talking maybe 5 to 10 minutes it starts getting hard. So you want to really keep your progress going, keep your pace going, but you can always mix a little bit at a time and then add on to what you already did. So here again we use the brush with water to knock down all the high spots and just kind of make everything smooth, bumpy but smooth. You can sand after this too. It will be sandable, and we can clump it off too. So I'm going to clean it all up and wipe the road all clean, and this thing's all ready to be painted and start doing the details of it. There's a lot more to do. I got to do guardrails on the road, and of course I'm going to make some fishies, and we're going to put them in the river. And of course that whole river is going to be filled up with clear resin. Well, it's not going to be clear, it's going to be dirty. It's Mississippi River, so it's nothing clean about the Mississippi River. So, but there, we got it so far, so it's starting to look a little bit better every day we work on it. So come back again, and we're going to be coloring the rocks and doing the landscaping, at least the painting of it. We probably won't be adding much sand and grass to it yet, but join us again, will you, please?